According to YouTube analytics, only a small percentage of those watching the videos are actually subscribed. So if you like my content or like what I do here, please check down below to see if you are subscribed. It is free and you can always unsubscribe later. With that being said, I am trying to get to 1K subscribers by this time next year, so if you'd like to share out and help my channel, I would greatly appreciate it, and maybe share it with a friend that also likes Dream SMP content. Another important announcement before getting this video is I'm starting a little Discord for people who enjoy my content, people who want to talk about Dream SMP, with me, and maybe might ask me questions or whatever, or be a part of my community. That'll be linked down below in the description, so if you're interested in joining my Discord, you should definitely do so. There's not much going on there right now, but I'm sure we could build a little nice community there and grow together, and I really guys hope that you would consider checking out the Discord and all my other videos. Now today's video is going to be me playing Hypixel, obviously you can see in the background, and also me talking about the egg and my theories of where that is going, why it is there, etc, etc, all the good stuff. And there is many theories that come to mind. The egg's kind of complex. I feel like it's really hard to predict compared to, a lot of the wars that happen. Not that the wars are necessarily easy to predict, but there was just kind of a bit more of a understanding of, the possibilities in the realms of things. So this egg is definitely a new and exciting plot point. I think Bad Boy Halo, Awesome Dude, Ant Frost, Puffy, they're all doing an amazing job at, having such a different plot point on the server. I know a lot of people don't get it, but I think it's really cool, so I figured I'd be talking about it, especially since that's kind of what the main lore is going to be right now, and right now there's not too much to talk about, if I can be honest, but here we are. So the reason, okay, so if you haven't watched the Tales of the SMP, Sir Billiam had a mansion and he threw a masquerade, and people kept dying at this masquerade when the power went out. It's kind of similar to the town that went mad, except that, they didn't kill people for being a suspect of the night, basically. And so in this, Carl and Sir Billiam, which is played by Technoblade, went behind a painting, and it was revealed that the egg was there, and that Sir Billiam was using the egg and feeding poor people to it, and things like that, and letting the egg influence people to kill. And it is said that this Tales from the SMP was in the past, and it just gives a wonder of, has the egg always been here this entire time? Has the egg been around since the start of the server? Now I know technically it has not been, but canonically it has been around this whole time. It's just been, sitting under the server near spawn, and what could that lead for other characters? Could it have influenced Dream at one point, and then when the Dreamin' or whatever thing, exorcism type thing, you know what I'm trying to say, what Fundy and Tempo did to Dream, and maybe that pushed him away from the egg, and if maybe the egg's been controlling people to act crazy and power hungry and murder people this whole time without even being aware of it, that they were being infected by the egg. And maybe that could lead to why Wilbur went mad, and why Schlatt is evil, and things like that. It could connect to a lot of plot points if we really think about it. Maybe the egg was influencing Dream without him even knowing it long before, because he wasn't always a bad guy in the server, and you just have to wonder what happened exactly to make Dream such an evil, bad person on the server. It is really fascinating and interesting to me, I'd say. So the fact that the Tales of the SMP, the egg has been a thing and has been around this whole time and been a part of history this whole time, I just wonder if the egg has been active this whole time and active on the server. Maybe that's why people have gone mad. But maybe it being covered up by cobblestone and stuff, maybe that means that, it wasn't really influencing people until Bad Boy Halo broke the cobblestone around it and stuff like that. But I don't know, it's hard to go, it could go either way. It could have been just dormant for many years until recently. Maybe some kind of, what's the right word for it? The only word I can really think of is trigger for it, but it's not necessarily the right word. like reawakening of a virus type thing, where, you know, we all have viruses in our bodies, and, you know, we can reawaken viruses like the flu or the cold or whatever, that kind of thing. Like if it's just been dormant for a while, or if it's actually been active this whole time and influencing everything, influencing Dream, influencing maybe even Technoblade or Wilbur. I almost called him William. I don't know why I keep trying to do that tonight. I can't really speak properly. So that is a definite possibility. I see it being so that maybe it's going to be revealed at some point that it's been affecting the server this whole time. But let's move on to the future. You know, besides the Tales of the SMP, the egg has been a plot point for a while that I've been following very closely, and I don't see it going well for Mr. Bad Boy Halo. As we all know, Bad Boy Halo got himself reinfected by the egg because it told him that Skeppy would, how do I say this? That he would still have Skeppy if he was infected by the egg, too. Because, you know, Skeppy went inside the egg and got trapped, blah blah blah, and came out red. And for a while, Bad Boy Halo was trying to stop the egg and cure Skeppy, but it seemed to me like maybe the Prime suits wore off for him, and then the voices spoke to him, and that, you know, his bond with Skeppy just meant so much that, you know, he could not keep the clear head for long, and he turned evil and started working for it. But even before, he was kind of acting like this main figure of it, like when he was first possessed by the egg, or influenced by the egg, or whatever you want to call it, he was definitely showing signs of being the person most into it, and things like that, and being the person to discover it, that there's this attachment and bond there. Like, maybe Bad Boy Halo himself accidentally reawakened the egg, and maybe, I don't know, maybe Bad Boy Halo's been replaced already, essentially, and, you know, the Bad Boy Halo that was just building the statue room is just not a thing anymore. I don't know. And I just don't see it ending well for Skeppy and Bad. I heard that there's a headcanon that Skeppy's lives are tied to Bad Boy Halo's lives, and, you know, maybe people might try to kill Skeppy to try to take Bad Boy Halo's lives. I don't know if that's actual canon. I know Bad Boy Halo said that he did like that theory, but I don't know if it's actually canon or not, but I can kind of see him implementing that, or, you know, he said that he didn't want to lose his canon lives unless Skeppy lost all of his. So that's essentially kind of where I'm going here, where I don't think it's going to end well for Skeppy, and maybe Skeppy might end up being cured or waking up for it, and it'll be like an angst situation between them. Another theory that I have about the egg is that it's going to affect the prison and the security of the prison. As we all know, Awesome Dude, I don't know exactly to say that he's been infected, but he's definitely been influenced by it, and it's starting to wear him a little bit. He started hearing the voice of the egg telling him that, you know, he needs to feed Fran to the egg, which is his dog on the server that he loves very much, and the egg kept saying that it wanted nourishment, and Awesome Dude understood that, but he's able to resist it, but maybe at the time he won't be able to resist it, or just this influence of the egg will mean that the prison security will be kept up less, and maybe that'll give an opportunity for Dream to escape the prison and everything, and I could definitely see that being a big possibility on the server of something that would be happening and everything. I can see maybe the egg might fuel Dream to try to escape, because I remember Dream did not like the egg when they first found the egg. I don't know if that would still be the case or how canon that actually is now, but I remember Dream was not a big fan of the egg and he wanted to destroy it, and Bad Boy Halo was like, no, don't destroy it, you muffin heads. You know, basically, Bad Boy Halo. We all love him and adore him for who he is. And I think that says a lot about, Dream, that he was so quick to want to destroy it, so that kind of puts a little bit of a wrench in the whole Dream theory people have with the egg, but I can still see it being a possibility and everything. But I can see that influencing Dream wanting to escape, and maybe he'll have to be the one to take down the egg even though he's in prison, because he'll be the only one safe from it. He's been in prison this whole time, and maybe everyone will eventually be affected by it. Another thing that I'm concerned about is Tommy Innit he's been claiming that he's been immune, but I'm not too sure about that. And I did see a video by another Dream SMP theorist content channel where they suspected that maybe Tommy is infected by the egg, but the egg's telling him that, or acting like, or like masking that he is infected by it, so Tommy thinks he's safe, because he did want to put the egg in the prison and didn't want to break it when he got down there. But the thing is, it happened to Ranboo too. He went to go and destroy the egg, and then once he got there, it was like he didn't want to anymore. And it's just, I feel like no one can be immune from the egg. I feel like it's a is red herring the right word? A red herring to suggest that, the egg, that you can be immune to it. I think it's possible you could resist effects from it, but I just don't see it being a full safe thing, and I worry for Tommy's safety with the egg and everything. But yeah, I don't think this is going to end well for Bad Boy Halo. I can see things going poorly. I can see Sam maybe trying to put Bad Boy Halo and Ampharos in the prison to try to stop the egg at some point if it gets destroyed, or putting them in the prison for what they did because of the egg, and maybe they'll have a less of a sentence to stream and they could get out after a while, and but there's also the potential theory that once the egg gets destroyed, it'll kill all the people that were infected by it because of the host situation, where if you kill the host, everything else infected by it dies as well. And that's definitely a concern that Ranboo brought up, and I definitely find it interesting that Ranboo took damage to it. That is a plus sign for the, maybe Ranboo's a dreamin' and the egg is dreamin' thing, but I'm not too terribly sure, honestly, and maybe I can't wait to find out who the voice of the egg is. I have a theory that it might be Dream. Technically it sounds like Bad Boy Halo, but I think canonically it could be Dream's voice that is the egg, and that could explain a lot of things as well. And that's why there seems to be a connection to all three, because Ranboo took damage when trying to break in the egg. Bundy said that the egg might be related to Dreamin', and everything, and Dream does not like the egg, so I just feel like there's a connecting arc here, and it's gonna ramp up more, and I don't think it's gonna lead to the end of the server. I could kind of see it leading to the end of the server, but I hope at least at the end of the server would be like if they finally beat the Ender Dragon altogether, but I'm not so terribly sure about that. It could end with the egg, it could switch to a new server because of the egg, but I don't know, to be honest. I'm really excited for the future and for what's to come, and I think Bad Boy Halo and Frost and Sam and Puffy are doing a great job with this arc and everything, and I think it should be appreciated more, because I feel like a lot of people are underestimating the arc a lot, and that's quite sad. Well, anyways, thank you guys all for watching. Definitely leave a comment down below what you think is going to happen with the egg. I'm really excited to see what is going to happen and everything, because this is going to be really big as it comes forward, and I can't wait to see how this is going to escalate, how this is going to end, what's going to happen afterwards, and what the effect on everyone is going to be, who's going to die from it, who's going to live from it, who's going to end up being infected. And do you guys think that Pro Omelet's going to work? Because I have a strange feeling that Pro Omelet is not going to work out, and maybe, even though Technoblade's Pro Omelet right now, I can kind of see him maybe switching sides, maybe, or somebody's going to switch sides, and there's going to be a whole lot of pain and everything from that, and there's a lot to come, and I heard that Snowtester is planning to nuke the egg, which, I don't know, I just feel like maybe the egg can't really be broken, and if the egg is broken, there's going to be a lot of harm from it and everything, so, but I'm a bit scared to see what's to come from it, and, how it's going to make the server completely ugly, because, let's face it, it is making the server a little bit ugly, like, maybe I would have liked it better if it was blue vines, I don't know. But tell me down below if you were on the Dream SMP, if you would prefer to work with the egg or against the egg, if you were a character on the Dream SMP, and what you think is going to come from it, and everything. I'm really excited. I'm so excited, and definitely do check down the Discord in the description and everything. I want to start my community and grow and together and everything, and it'd be really cool. At least I think so. And definitely do like and subscribe and watch all my other videos, and I hope you guys all have a great day, and I'm sorry that the Dream Recipe content's been a bit slow lately, but we're at a bit of we ended an arc, so things are slowing down a little bit for a while, and we're in that kind of like ramping up period where it doesn't feel like much is happening, but in a few weeks or so we're probably going to see a whole different server and things are going to be different. But thank you guys for watching, guys. Bye, I love and appreciate you.